New York, for Long Island. I was introducing Public Enemy while they were doing the hosting job for the pilot of the show, which is hysterical because I always laugh about this.
Yeah, it's great.
Is that a bit of fate? And who knew? Who knew I'd end up eventually hosting the Daily Show with my partner Ed Lover? How that happened?
My God!
That's the journey we want to talk about. I think it's really interesting. It's about some young men and myself, and certain things we're insecure about. Because when we started doing what we were doing, there was no genre. There was no, this is, you could definitely keep making records. Because we were barely making records at the time. We were making cassette tapes and reel-to-reel. We weren't even making vinyl or anything like that. But we had a passion for the idea of what this music could be. And in doing that, my passion was in broadcasting. My passion was in production and making music. Like I said, doing songs with original concept like Knowledge Me, Can You Feel It? And a classic Pump That Bass, which has been sampled by God knows how many people.
Yeah.
And, releasing our legendary album, Straight from the Basement of Cooley High. We were doing it, and I look back today on everything that goes on, and I go, wow, we never thought it could be what it is today. We never imagined it. We were just happy just to say, hey, yo, I played my record at the park, and everybody reacted to it. Or, hey, I'm a DJ. I was a big DJ. So, I always loved DJing in the parks in front of crowds of people. That was my big turn on, And then, becoming an artist, I was always a decent singer, but I never called myself a rapper. But I was always had a mind of the music and production and getting right sounds and trying to put out something that's positive and that people want to hear and have fun with. And that's what I enjoy. That's why I enjoy it. So that's the story I wanted to tell.
Appreciate it.
Oh my God, I can't wait to read it. And you're just a huge part of bringing hip hop.
The fabric of hip hop,
to Main
basically.
Street.
Yeah, the fabric.
Yeah,
Right, exactly.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, and oh my God,
it's like when I was a kid, when I was watching Yo MTV Raps, I never would ever imagined I would have a record with you. And here we are.
When I was doing Yo MTV Raps, I never ever could imagine Aaron Paul was sitting home looking at TV talking about.
Well, I was a little kid, trying to do my little hustle But I said this to Jeff yesterday. Life is amazing. You never know what's going to happen. I remember watching you guys, you and Ed, on the show and religiously. And obviously my music that I wanted to go in wasn't hip hop; it was more pop. But I never would have imagined, 25 plus years later, that you'd be on my record. Life is just amazing.
As I said, I'm more humble than you are about it because I'm like, wow, he actually really. Because when Aaron first asked me about it, I said, yeah, absolutely. What are you talking about? Whatever you need. And then I started thinking about it. He comes saying Trey, and he says to me, I was like, what does he want me to do with this? How does he want me to do this? Okay, get out. I'll do it.
I got to tell you,
and that always reassures me in my faith. It always reassures me on my faith and that higher spirit that's above me that guides me through this thing called life. And
if you would have told me,
people that I am.
If you would have told me, a couple of years back that I would have my little radio show here, and I would have at the same time an amazing author, Nathan James, a writer and author, Dr. Dre from UNT Raps, and a pastor like Aaron Paul, all at the same time, I would be blown away. It would never happen. This is amazing.
My favorite show ever.
We need to all go to Atlantic City and gamble on that one. That'd be a good one.
Anytime. I love Atlantic.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's an example. Just despite whatever you go through in life, whether it's the dark moments like my Latch Me a Child chapter, you can. There is a life to live, and you can live life, and you can obtain your dreams if you put in the work and live and be humble. You can have Dr. Dre on your record. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Everything is possible through determination and drive
and perseverance. And you two have persevered through the worst of it. So God bless you. And I'm just still so honored to speak to both of you.
It's incredible. All three is amazing.
Yeah, and
while
while
hanging out, maybe that's the next thing, Aaron. On the next thing, we got to go down there and sit across from everybody.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
going to come down to the studio.
Once we get the new home of the show, we invite them all up so they can come hang out with us.
We'll set that up. That would be absolutely incredible.
Or what I'll do when your next big event here in New York, I'll invite Jeff and Jewel to come with me, and we'll come and we'll do
only an hour away.
Like that.
We'll be there.
It's only an hour away.
Okay.
Not a problem. Not a problem. I like that.
Here's the deal, though. I will come, but Aaron has to pick out an outfit for me and dress me. I got to be all Aaron Paul now. I got it.
Sparkle,
you
sparkle.
Well,
sparkle.
I wish I could say the same thing, but unfortunately, I have a great Heidi Z and company that take care of that little wardrobe thing for me. They say, "Oh no, he's gonna wear this. No, he's gonna wear this. No." His haircut.
But Dre, do they tell you what I wear when I'm on your shows?
Oh yeah, they always tell me. I always have a big smile and I laugh, and they go, "I can't believe Aaron was wearing." I said, "Oh, I love that. I love it." I said, "You know what?" I said, "The second or third thing I want to see when my site goes back is Aaron performing somewhere, just like a smile and how he's getting down." Believe me when I say.
So funny.
Dre, while we have you, I have to ask. I just watched the last cipher of Yo MTV Raps with my fiance. He was bugging out that you were going to be on Tonight Show. He couldn't believe it. And what was your favorite part? So many big names there and everything, and I was reading something everyone just have respect for each other. What was your favorite story from your time there?
Fun, yo. See, people ask that all the time, and I say I can't. How do you say having the Godfather of Soul, James Brown, doing the Ed Lover dance was the greatest moment?
Oh yeah,
how do you say
great.
you have Bobby Brown on Yo MTV Raps for the whole week before he even goes to MTV, doing My Prerogative and Dancing with Ed, and you go, wow. How do you pick out Tupac on set with us, and we're trying to keep him quiet, and that tape is ended up using his court case against the Hughes brothers? You can't pick out a moment. You can't pick out a Shaquille O'Neal coming running through. You can't pick out the live Fridays we had with legendary Run DMC and the late great Jam Master Jay, Public Enemy, Nice and Smooth, Gangsta,
Yo-Yo,
with Yo-Yo, legendary Guru, God rest his soul, and then you can't pick a moment, because then I got to go to spring break when we sat down in front of 50,000 fans of all creeds, colors, shapes, sizes, and everyone was on out there at Daytona Beach watching us do this special Yo MTV Rap set with Biz Markie performing live, Tribe Called Quest, Leaders of the New School. When you talk about pick a moment, you don't pick a moment. You go, this was such a snapshot in history. It's very difficult to point a finger. We went to St. Petersburg, Russia, and performed at the White Nights Festival. You tell me, where do I point a finger?
Wow.
Where do I say, oh, this was the highlight? No, the highlight was everything we've done. The highlight was having Mel Gibson walk on Yo MTV Raps in a kilt. The highlight was having Howard Stern call on the show, and we're going back and forth, snapping on him on Yo MTV. This is on Yo MTV Raps. This is what happened. Our first guest we were so blessed to have the first week we actually did our shows was, believe it or not, she has a hit show on Broadway right now. Would you like to know who that is?
Yes.
Who's that?
Who?
She has a hit show on Broadway. Famous singer-songwriter.
What's her name?
Jennifer Hudson?
No,
she was even born. I don't think Jennifer.
Come on.
Hang on, I'm going to get this. Hold on, I'm going to get this one.
It's on Broadway right now. It's a huge hit.
Is it?
I'll give you a big hint. She's not a queen, but she's definitely a king.
Karen King.
Carole King was
Wow. All right.
MTV Raps.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. First guest. Because we were shooting the show, and she was sitting in the bleachers watching us and laughing at Ed and I. And we said to our producer at the time, the late great Ted Demme, he said, "Ted, who is that?" He said, "Let me go find out." So he walks over there and he says, "Hey man, that's Carole King." I was, "Carole King, does she want to be a guest?" And he said, I said, "Put her on the show, come on." And we brought her on the show, and we had a great time. And everyone sat there on TV going, "I thought this was Yo MTV Raps." Why do they break down? They love each other.
Why is karaoke?
Our vision,
Wow.
we always had a vision. It was bigger than being pigeonholed behind a title. It was us being us showing the world this is what we can do. This is who we are, and all music matters. And that's one of the reasons why I agreed to do the song with Aaron. I said it's about the music. I don't put a title on it. I said if we want to make some good, let's just make some music. This is what you want to say, great. And I said, Aaron, just do me the favor. I'll do one, and you come on and we'll do it together. We'll put something together. So I'm just blessed. I'm very happy and thankful that, like I said, I'm still doing this, and I still love it, and I still enjoy it. And I got a son that's 19 years old, and he's getting very well. A lot of people are looking at him for what he does.
He's very, very talented.
Check him out.
Very talented.
Very talented young man, and you know, I can just smile. My daughter gets to graduate from college in the spring. I'm a very proud papa. My other one gets to graduate another year from high school. I'm just a happy guy. I got another one that's doing music too. So you know what I do? I say, you know what? This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. So I'm thankful. Thank you for listening to this crazy guy, because I got a bunch of stories to tell, but I can't pick out one moment from Yo MTV Raps. There's so many great moments that we had.
Our platform
like
here,
you can people ask me as well sometimes. What is your favorite moment? And you can't pinpoint one. You know, I mean, I had a moment in the summer when I sang with Melissa Etheridge. You know, we were at a party, and I'm singing her song with her. You know, at this party, and then 2 months later, I'm making a record with Dr. Dre. You know, so you're like, wow, is this really happening? Like,
you can't point your finger at it. You can't point your finger at it.
Yeah, you can.
And later in the month, we'll be doing a video together. So like I said,
we can't wait.
But I'm gonna die. I'm like
Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah, I'm there for that.
I'm not sure if we're going to use the roulette or do craps. I'll sing Luck to Your Lady tonight. There we go.
We'll let Aaron do the singing, and Nathan can, Nathan can do the writing of the story.
He can write the lyrics.
He can document the
story.
Well,
I like what Nathan did in the book, so I'll talk to him about doing something else, because I got a lot of story to tell and a lot of other pieces that we can do. So,
brilliant.
Like I said, it's not just one dimensional. I wish it was just one thing, but it's not.
It will be my privilege to make the time to hear them.
There we go.
You see how humble Nathan is.
Wow. right here on the Yo Show. We're making collaboration.
He wrote a great article about Aaron and I really appreciate that. Thank you, Nathan.
No, you're very welcome. It was a pleasure to speak with you and get your insights. And I actually learned a few things about you, Dr. Dre, that I never knew. I didn't know that you were so forward-looking vis-a-vis the LGBT community and so aware of the wonderful diversity in the artists around us. You know, that, because, of course, I told you before, I remember you from my EMS days when I listened to you on Hot 97 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And
I used to DJ the at the Javits Center when they had the gay men's help party there. I used to DJ that 4 years in a row. Oh, yeah. Rosie Perez came and got me from Hot 97. They said, Dre, you got to do this. You got to do this. I said, no problem, Rosie. I'm there. He says, it's not gonna bother you? I said, bother me about what?
Well, I did the same thing to Dawn Michelle.
How can helping people bother me? Helping people never bothers me. It's people who try to put people down and do what's going on with certain things in this nation right now, that bothers me. When you have a president laughing at somebody who's going through a crisis in their life and you make fun of it, I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Right.
And when people sit back and say, hey, well, we're going to vote his way and that guy needs to be there, I don't understand that. So I use my common sense. So helping people is very easy to do.
Sure.
And you know what? I support that, because when I obviously being an LGBT artist and also performing in that kind of in that market, when Dawn Michelle, who works very closely with Dre, came to me and said, we want to book you on the Dr. Dre show, and I said, really? Me on the Dr. Dre, with my sparkle outfits and my eyeliner and whatever I've got going on. they're going to put me on this, an urban, hip hop show. She said, Aaron, they will love you.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
The moment I stepped on set, I had nothing but love and respect, like I was one of the family.
Wow.
Regardless
he is
of
one of the
how,
family now. I even hugged his mom. Believe me, he's one of the family.
But I think people just have these stereotypes of thinking, well, Dre can't be a part of that because he did this. But here you go, for an example of what he has done in the past that nobody knew about, and also what he's doing now, and also bridging my world and his world together to make give hope and strength to the next one coming up. That they can do this, regardless.
Well, I'm trying to make it better so we can get to one world and stop bridging and start everybody doing what we have to do.
Right.
Because guess what? We have major things going on around us, from climate change and all the devastation of all these things. So we don't have time to separate ourselves with different titles and names. We better work together because there's still only one planet, my people. There is only one planet. So my forward thinking is about keeping the blessings for the next generations to come. So that's what my fight is, and that's why I dig my heels in, and that's what my show is all about. Dr. Dre's Flesh Wound. That's what it's about. Sometimes we give you a little nick. There's something but a little flesh wound. Come on, let's go. Let's move this thing forward. You may not agree with me, but I'm gonna give you the opportunity to say your piece, and I'm gonna say my piece.
Agreed.
And all you can do is walk away with nothing but respect. He's respected you.
Exactly.
You respect him.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
My outlook, and it's something that we always point out here on the show. We don't do politics. We don't get into ripping on people. We get into the freedom that artists have to create. Me and Jewel aren't really super professionals. We come out and lay this show out, and we have fun. We have a great time. We laugh. We kid. Our motto here is we are all of a race, but we're all the same race. We're the human race. We're the human race. We got to get together as people, not as a color or sexual preference or anything of that nature. We got to join together as one, and it would make this country so much better. People just realize to just come together as a human race.
Positive.
Well,
exactly.
Look, I'm going to quote Paul McCartney on that one. We all know that people are the same wherever they go.
Wherever you go, right.
There's good and bad in everyone. And when we learn to live, we learn to give each other what we need to survive together alive. That's what it's about. It's about that.
That's perfect.
And that's
exactly.
that was
I
the
think
one thing.
it might need a couple of aliens to land on the planet Earth for us to finally wake up and get it.
Yeah.
Well,
I think they're already here. I think some of them already here.
They're already here. True.
I'm just curious, like what you guys think of like the new generation and this like whole mumble rap genre that they've come up with. Like I don't know, there's some real lyricists out there right now, but like a lot of it is just, I don't know.
Well, I mean, Jeff,
you know what?
About that yesterday, didn't we?
I remember when things started for us, and we were given the same conviction. All that hibbity hop, ribbity rap, scrappity crap.
Right.
That's nonsense. Then people like Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five came around. People like DJ Hollywood, a group called the Sugar Hill Gang, another group, the Treacherous Three, and all these evolutions of people. The Great Pebbly Pooh from the Mastodon Committee, the Treacherous Three, Cold Crush Brothers. All those things happen. So when I look at today's work, I hate using the word comparison, because that's like comparing Chuck Berry with Axl Rose. And believe me, each one is who made each thing. You can't. So if this is the way they communicate and speak to each other, God bless them. But I just ask them to do one thing: stay positive and stay away from the animosity and the violence.
And the hatred, divided. Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense. So when you hear Aaron come up with his song, and you hear what he's talking about, he's not talking about fighting anybody. He's talking about love. And that's what he do, is put a little more love in the situation. It's not that hard.
Right.
John Lennon and Paul McCartney said a long time ago, all you need is love.
Do you feel like
the time?
Do you feel like it's like less respect now than we were even 10 years ago? Like having respect for like the older rappers and like the originators, like everyone who came before us in music. Do you feel like these kids today have?
I don't know if it's a respect thing, because even when you go back to rock and roll and when we were coming through and doing certain things, everybody has to fight their way, and being the youth always, challenges the establishment. And the establishment, the only one thing about all of that is everybody's going to get older. No, you don't, you're not born and you stay the same age forever. It doesn't work that way. And as you get older, you start to see things a little different and see things a little clearer. And what happens is that you start to go, wait a minute, maybe I'm going too fast the wrong way. And everybody in their youthful exuberance has the right to make mistakes. But as long as you learn from those mistakes and you push forward, that's the goal, is to make sure that we can push each other to move forward and it coexist no matter what we are, who we are, what genders we are, what colors we happen to be, what cultures we, because we're all a part of one human race. We really are. And once we start to understand that, it helps deal with all the issues that are going on. It helps deal with, and I'm not getting into a super political conversation about this, but you know what? When you disrespect women and put women in a position where they feel they can't do, how do we as men decide to stand? Very difficult. Because we all come from a woman. We all come from the mother and the earth in that fashion. So we have to start respecting that a little more. So that's where we got to turn things. So when we talk about the mumble rappers versus this one, that one, and I always say, look, I respect what you guys are doing. I may not understand it. Don't come to me and ask me if it's good or bad, because I'm not the guy. I'm sorry. I can only say I respect what you're doing. Some stuff I may say, hey, that was kind of cool. And some stuff I go, I don't know what the hell you talking about. I don't know why you're saying it that way. But I give you the right to say it. I give you the absolute right to perform. I give you absolute right to create. That's your creation. But don't step on mine either. That's the other side. Don't step on mine. If I sit down and I'm getting down with Aaron Hall and we're making a song and it's working, hey, you may hate it, but it's not for you to sit there and tell me you can't do it. I can do what I want. That's the beauty of the time we live in right now.
Right.
We didn't hate it. We heard it. We played it here earlier. We loved it.
Yeah.
Aaron, that voice, Aaron, your voice gets better. Your voice gets better as you get older, Aaron. How does that happen?
Really? You know what?
Oh, the notes.
The way when I write and record, I mean, I don't write lyrics down. I don't go in with a pen and paper and have the song. I make it up as I go along. So when you hear my recordings, they're literally cold recordings straight into a mic.
Wow.
Straight from my head.
You're like Jay-Z. Jay-Z doesn't write anything down.
And I think when you do it that way, you get the real feel. You're free. You soar. I don't know if Dre, if you're the same when you work. When you go
no,
out
I write it down, Aaron. I'm sorry. I'm not.
You do? I mean, I used to do that. I used to do that.
No,
but
no. When I say write it down, meaning I put a structure together. I say I want this to be about this, and I go, how do I get this across this way? And I try things and keep going back and forth, and then when it gets into a certain rhythm and I like it, then I say, there it is. That's it. But I mean, if
I used to do that. I used to go with my structure, and then I found it restricted me, and I started becoming this kind of programmed and kind of way of singing or recording. And then I tried it, with coming up with the concept first in my head, and then going straight cold, put the track on, and just whatever flowed out of me with a concept in mind. And I just feel like I'm being spoon-fed from the gods, literally, when I'm working that way. And it's really, truly felt. I feel it. I'm feeling the moment. And I think that's probably what you're probably catching on.
And that's genuine. That's very genuine.
Aaron, do you ever have like off days? Do you have days where you wake up and you're like, oh, I'm over it, like I'm not doing this?
Ask Nathan James that question. Nathan James, they're like, do I have off days? Yeah, of course. Every day is an off day.
Of course, we all do.
Yeah, you know what? I'm sure and I'm sure Dre will say this. This business it's a hard business. And there are more letdowns and heartbreaks than there are golden moments. Right, Dre?
Yeah.
The golden moments are great.
It's a business of rejection. It's like, I was just saying this to one of my people. I said, you can get 999 no's, but then when you get to yes, the nose disappear. It's amazing
Right.
how that happens.
Yeah.
It's
So
because you
true.
say, "Oh, I kept hearing no. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I'm not gonna do this." Hey, yes, what? All of a sudden,
Right.
you're like, it was a yes. Wait a
On
minute.
a daily basis, I've got
Everything
to
is okay.
deal. Right, on a daily basis, I've got to deal with remixers, stylists, makeup artists, promoters, PR, and when you're juggling all those people on a daily basis, of course you're going to get someone's going to let you down or not deliver the expectation you had, or or you're going to be disappointed. So that you can have your moments where you do kind of feel bummed out and why am I doing this, or and I think I have them all the time, and I've always bent into Nathan James. We talk daily on a basis. He gets to hear all my crap, the poor man. But but then you can come on a radio station and talk about your record with Dr. Dre. It makes it all kind of worthwhile. If you know what I'm saying. Those are the moments that you literally shoot to the stars, and you're like, wow, or if you're being nominated for an award, or people, a book writer is, a well-known book writer is critiquing your book, reviewing your book. Those are the moments you think it's actually really all worth it.
Mm-hmm. No, you know what the moment is for me? When you can make a song and then you go out and you watch some other person singing your hook. That's the win.
Yeah.
For me.
Oh, that hasn't
Everything
happened
else
to me
doesn't
yet.
matter
I've
to
never
me.
had that.
Once you have somebody
You'll get
singing
there.
your hook, or for me, I'll be honest with you. The first time I heard one of my songs on the radio from Chuck Chill Out and DJ Red Alert, and we just stopped, like we actually skidded to the car, pulled over, turned up in the middle of the street. We were like, "Whoa, this is cool." Now the crazy part about it was we were on the radio playing it too, but it's not the same. But when I first heard it, here's the moment it really got me. The first time I heard people chanting "Pump that bass" and "Get a little stupid," get a little stupid, and pump that. And I sat there and I was like, wow. And I was in a stadium of 50,000 people, and I was like, this is crazy. Wow.
You never get over that feeling. I still have it every time I hear my song on the radio. It's the same feeling. I mean, nothing's like the first, but it's still like, wow, that's my voice coming through that speaker. You kind of never get used to it. You never get past it.
I still sing "Get a Little Stupid." I will every once in a while. I still sing that lyric all these years later. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But I need someone to sing my hook. Then I want to see what that feels like, Dre. I've never had that yet.
I tried, Aaron. Earlier. It was terrible.
That's
Try.
When you get that, then you say all the reviews and the awards go away. That doesn't mean anything. When you have that, you say, I just made the connection. It only takes one person, not 1,000 people, just one person to know and to say it, and you go, whoa, okay,
wow.
that worked. Next. the thing is, then in your head you go, okay, now I got to come up with something else. They like that one. Oh, man. Yeah, that's it.
You seem to have made a great career out of it. Gentlemen, this is going to be a very unpopular thing for me to do, but I actually got to cut this conversation off. Before I do, I want to invite all three back again. Can we do this again soon? Because there's so much information to share. Yeah, well, in Atlantic City or even here, we'd love to do it again.
Oh, of course.
Absolutely.
Well,
Jeff, you've always, this is like my fourth time on one of your shows now, third or fourth time. So we're family. I'll do anything for you guys, and you guys have been so supportive to what I'm doing, my music and stuff. So absolutely, and Dre, you could come back on with me. I'd love to have you back.
Aaron, after we do the video, let's come back on and give them the video.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay, let's do that.
That'd be fantastic. So real quick, let's shoot out some spots to find Aaron Paul. The website is www.aaronpaul.dance. Facebook is, of course, Aaron Paul Music on Facebook. At Twitter, @APaulMusic. Instagram, @Aaron Paul Music. I'm going to type all these again because I know so many of them. SoundCloud.com, Aaron Paul Official. Ladies and gentlemen that tuned in, what a treat tonight. Nathan James, Dr. Dre, the amazing Aaron Paul. Gentlemen, we're going to do this real soon. Thank you so much for coming on. This was
Thank you for having us.
one of my favorite.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, guys.
It's wonderful.
You all have a great evening. We'll talk real soon. Thank you.
Take care, Jewel.
Good night.
Take care, Jeff.
Thank
Thanks,
you
Dr.
so
Dre.
much.
Thanks, Nathan.
Such an honor.
Be
Good night, guys.
Bye, Nate.
Good night.
Good night.
Wow. It was like, it's like the end of the party, like when everybody's leaving the party and everybody's saying goodbye to each other. That was, my God, Jewel, I can't even put that into words. That was amazing.
Oh my God. Oh
That
my
was
God.
amazing. This is why we blood, sweat, and tear. We didn't even get through probably 1/10 of what we wanted to talk with Aaron about. And that goes to show you when we talk about how great a guy he is, and all these people feed into the book and tell you what a wonderful person Aaron is. There it is. Like, he's the star of the show tonight. And
Totally.
Nathan calls in his co-author, and Nathan starts going, and Aaron goes with him. And then Dr. Dre calls in, and Aaron goes with him. And it's everybody's show all of a sudden.
No big deal. They all just
I know,
call
I
in.
loved it.
It's
It wasn't
fine.
even our show. I tell you what, I was getting ready to take the headset off and just sit back and listen to these guys let it rip without even trying to host the show. It's fantastic. If you're just tuning in, or if you've been tuning in, or if you're new, it's your first time ever tuning in, that's what it's all about. Legendary YoMTV rap star Dr. Dre, an amazing author, writer, super intelligent gentleman himself, Mr. Nathan James, and a pop star, fashion guru, co-author, electrifying, glitter-packed Aaron Paul.
Wow.
Wow. I'm like blown away. Like, I hope they're still listening and getting a good chuckle out of the fact that we are blown away from everything they've given us. I'm like exhausted in a good way.
No, that was incredible. This was like my favorite episode. I'm so happy right now. No, that was so cool. And man, just the stories all three of them have of everything they've been through. Like, it's insane. You couldn't fill like 50 books with that information. Like, I'm floored. It was so much fun.
Me too. And I had to be the jackass that had to cut them all off. Like, I'm embarrassed
Good job,
by it.
Jeff. Good job.
I know. Yeah, I mean, we get a 2-hour window, and that's basically the length that we get for studio time. It happens. But one day, when we actually own everything outright, those three guys are going to sit for like 12 hours. We're going to be making bacon and eggs, and then we're going to be making like club sandwiches for lunch, and then we're going to be having steaks for dinner. And the whole time, they're just going to sit there and tell stories because they could probably fill a solid 12 hours and not even scratch the surface.
Well, we'll see him in AC. God, I hope that happens. Or New York. We're close enough. Let's go.
I tell you what, I'm getting on social media now, just adding them to death because I want to be friends with all these guys, and they're great, and I would hang out with them any day of the week.
Let's go.
Man, I don't even like. I'm like out of things to say. It's how wonderful it was. Let's take a breath. And man, sorry.
We gotta get
Let's
more
take a breath.
music, right?
Oh yeah, we have one more song. Good call, Joel. Let's get ready to get into the topics. We got another song. Jesus Christ. On Aaron Paul night.
I'm spinning.
It's Aaron Paul night. It's everybody's night. It's Aaron Paul, Nathan James, Dr. Dre night. They should have their own TV show.
Whew. YoMTV Raps, the Yo Show, coming at you.
Talk about Yo. Yo's high on the. Even though Jewel called us to stoop midway through, we caught that. Thanks, Jewel.
We're affiliated. Affiliated.
That's right. Affiliated. We're still the Stoop Radio Network. I had somebody. I've been asked that a few times. Like, you guys like ditch the Stoop and it's all done? No, it's just like I said. The Stoop might be making its comeback. Jonathan Ragus is working on some projects now to bring the Stoop back. So that's going to be a double-barrel dosage of the ridiculousness that we bring you. It's a little less ridiculous with John. John takes it down just a little notch, and then we bring it back to Shitsville. But Aaron does have such a great group of people around him. And he mentioned Eileen Shapiro. And she usually listens in when Aaron comes on. Hopefully she listened in because she deserves a lot of credit. She's great. A lot of great rock historian stories. She's pretty awesome. And like I said, Jimmy Starr and Ron and everybody. Such great bunch of people around him, and everybody believes in him. He surrounds himself with people that are into just loving people and appreciating people's work, which is smart. I mean, if you want to do something, get around the right people. We do the show here, and there's some negative people. I try to avoid the negative people. I want the people that are positive. A lot of people come up to me and say, hey, man, that's good. You know, it's funny. It's real. It's off the cuff, and that's what we like.
Jeff checks the negative people. He throws some bows and just checks them right out of here.
Right.
So
that's right.
No, we're all about the positive. And when he was talking about, you know, just being all about the music, like that's how I feel like we are. Like we just like to bring unsigned artists like a platform where they can be heard to our audience around the world. I mean, we had a caller from Germany tonight. Like how amazing!
I know, amazing.
I'm just proud of this, and God, it was just so cool to get into tonight. And yeah, let's keep it rocking.
Absolutely, we do just such a variety. Our show isn't labeled like they were saying earlier. It's not labeled. It's not one category. It's not one genre. We go from Aaron Paul, Dr. Dre, Nathan James tonight, talking about the black community, the gay community. Artists, some unfortunate sexual tragedy stuff that happened to Aaron when he was younger. We do that. And then we have like Steve Howey from Shameless talking about like eating tacos on the show and talking about Shameless. And then we have like Erica Leniak on the show talking about Baywatch days. Then we have like local artists like Sheena and the Nosebleeds and Overwinter and Brandon Messin. Like I said, we spoke to today from Messing Around. So we do that. Everybody's got a spot here on the Yo Show and the Stoop Radio Network. We love variety.
And shout out to Brandon Messin. I mean, what a cool dude, along with Andrew Curry, which has brought us like such good musical talent like on the Stoop, and we're just so proud. I said the Stoop again. The former Stoop affiliated with the Yo Show. So yeah, I'm proud to be a part of it all, and we love you guys, and you're the reason we do this, and just thank you for listening.
So definitely thank you for listening, everybody out there. About 15 minutes left to the show, so I only got to steal another 4 minutes of your time to play one more Aaron Paul song. This is Ain't Nobody, and this is accompanied by Turk Lewis. So Aaron Paul, Ain't Nobody, about 4.5 minutes long. You might recognize the song. It's actually an excellent rendition done by Aaron Paul. Terrific artist. Our guest tonight, one of 3 guests we had tonight. 3 guests. Wow, it's busy. Let's listen to the song. We'll be back to you in about 4.5 minutes. The Yo Show.
Shaka Khan. Let me rock you, that's all I wanna do. Shaka Khan, let me rock you, Shaka Khan. Let me rock, got a feel for you. Shaka Khan, let me rock you, Shaka Khan. You Shaka Khan. I wait till night times come to bring you to me. I can't believe I'm the one. I was so lonely. I feel like no one can feel. I must be dreaming. I want this dream to be real. Oh,